Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you guys are awesome. And we're here today with Nathan and Sarah McEntee and Brian and Jen Ansley. Why do you think so many people are nervous about, adverse against, or just don't take advantage of collaboration or people in their life to ask questions to who could possibly help them down the road? What do you think holds people back from that?
Man, for me, it's pretty simple. Ego.
Yeah.
It's ego. I come from a background where I've had some different successes in my life and done some stuff that most people would think is pretty stinking cool. I know you have some things like that as well, but specifically with me and my upbringing, coming from such humble beginnings, I got accolades and rewards and was looked at for accomplishments, but not necessarily the character that was within. Mm-hmm. And so ultimately, what I learned is talent's never enough.
Yeah.
And when you go out and you go on talent, and everybody has a certain amount of talent and a certain amount of accomplishment, but inevitably you're going to hit a wall,
Yep.
right? And when you hit that wall, if you haven't built a relationship with somebody that can sow into you that you trust, you're going to get stuck, you're going to fall back, you're going to blame, you might be a victim, and your ego is going to get the best of you because you're just not willing to submit and listen and learn and ask the questions of people that have gone before you. So that's why I think it is absolutely paramount to check yourself, to look in the mirror and go, why would I not learn from somebody that has results in life? Why would I not ask a question? And typically what I've found is if I don't want to ask, it's because either I don't want the answer because I know I have to change, or it's just my ego getting in the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I know for me that I to ask a question meant that I didn't know something. And I didn't want to identify that not knowing something felt like it was incompetent.
Yeah.
And so, in things I've done previously, I'd rather figure it out on my own. That can be a lonely journey.
Yeah.
I know I took about a 10-year journey trying to figure things out on my own, and that's much more difficult than borrowing someone else's brain that actually knows the answer. It's like collaboration is like having a professor, having an open book test with a professor sitting next to you willing to give you the answer.
Yep.
Yeah.
As long as you ask the question. And so understanding that to not know something is not weakness. To ask questions is more strength because it understands you're not that good by yourself, but you're better with others.
Yeah.
And I also think that sometimes it's confidence. So maybe we have an ego, it's a confidence thing, and if we think that leadership is a one-man show, and if we think that great leadership is knowing everything, and we're not collaborate, kind of like what you went through, I think that we can we stagnate. And then when we collaborate, like you're talking about, I think it's just maybe maturing and realizing that the power of collaboration, the power of being willing to ask a question, the power of being able to take input is the understanding of the power of surrounding ourselves with people who have strengths that we don't have. And sometimes, like you said, it's uncomfortable to think that you don't have all the strengths because you want to lead, you want to be confident, you want to be knowing what to do and smart or feel good about yourself or whatever it is. And I think that's, for me, the idea of maybe being a recovering perfectionist. You think that a good leader is...
Are you recovered?
I'm trying. No, I think so. I'm getting better.
We'll pray.
But I think that's one of the greatest gifts that I've learned through collaboration is that if I am willing to surround myself with people that are better than I am at different things, that everybody's better, including me. And even as a leader, that I can learn so much by collaborating and having people so into me.
Yes.
So.
I feel like part of my journey has been I've learned about myself that I'd rather just do it on my own because I'd rather not have anybody tell me what to do. And so they're laughing.
I think they just talked about you.
Is that true? About me? Yeah. It is. It's totally ego, but I don't think I would have labeled it that. It would have been I'm going to move, I'm going to go, I'm going to figure it out. And I think there's so many blind spots that never get uncovered if you're unwilling to say, what are you seeing in me? What do you think about this path that I'm on? And not just get any perspective from anybody else. And I think it's my own personal pattern I developed throughout my whole life that without collaboration, without building relationships, without working alongside even my husband that got to expose some of those things for me, I would have never known
Yeah.
And so how many layers of our best version of ourselves never get uncovered if we don't collaborate?
Yeah.